I'm Dana and we're back with another little what I eat in a week video because I'm still quite focused on my food and trying to eat decently and trying to bring more like variety and balance into my diet, and it is a massive struggle, to be honest with you. So this is going to be a mixture of me talking about that and talking about what I'm actually cooking and what I'm actually doing, because I really enjoy cooking when I know what I want to cook and I actually have the ingredients in and don't have to think too hard about it all. And I know that that's one of like the big issues for a lot of autistic people, is that there's so many steps to cooking and following recipes and following steps and following instruction. Like, it can be very overwhelming and difficult. And I think that's where part of it's that I was raised to eventually be someone's housewife, so I had to learn how to cook. My mother did not give me any other option. It was like from a very early age, it was just ingrained into me how to cook. Like, I don't even have to think about it for the most part, and I'm aware that that's very much not the experience for a lot of people. So it is one of the few areas where I'm like, I think I have a bit of a skill here, and I'd like to figure out how I can sort of help other people out, because I don't want to do like recipe videos, because I feel like that's just, you can find recipe videos, they exist anywhere. I feel like just showing you what I do and letting you have like the insight of it, for me, at least for me personally, I so often do better when I can just watch what someone's doing and be like, okay, this is the end step that I need, they're doing this and this, I'd rather do it like this and this. Like, there's a way in which it just settles for me and I understand what's happening, and it very much stems from just watching what someone else is doing. So I kind of hope that this video can be a little bit of that. And I think a large part of it is also like, I find it very difficult to remember what I've eaten, to remember if I enjoyed it and things like that. So having it all documented, being able to sit down and watch, like fully just see what I ate in a week. My boiler's just started making noise. I'm sorry. This is welcome to an ordinary working class person's house. My house makes noises, I can't help it. So obviously I am trying to like get in plants, get in fruits and vegetables, get in nuts and seeds, because like I'm vegan, so I feel like that is important to make sure I'm getting that stuff. But I also am so ruled by what I can and can't like mentally eat. Like, so much of it is a mental thing for me. So it's a struggle and it's difficult, and I've lost my train of thought a bit because my boiler started making noise. But yeah, on the Tuesday I had breakfast. That's the only day of that week I had breakfast. I have breakfast maybe once a month. The vast majority of my time I just have one big meal at the end of the day, and I'm very mixed on if I'm okay with that or not, to be honest with you. Sometimes I'm like, this is just what works for me and my body, this is just what works for my routine, it's the easiest thing. And then other times I feel like I'm just saying that because like, yeah, it's what works for my routine, it's what I'm used to, I don't like change, obviously. I would rather just stick with it. But I think it's important to reflect on that kind of thing and be like, am I just sticking with it because it's the current thing in my routine? Is this not actually the best way to go about things for me? So I do think that for some people, maybe that's the way to do it. I don't think it's the way that I want to be, you know? Especially like, obviously I spend most of my days at home making YouTube videos and doing stuff on the internet and watching TV shows. But on the days that I'm not, I can tell that not having eaten massively impacts my like functionability and like my physical energy levels, how quick I am mentally, kind of thing. But I also, if I do eat, it's so out of my routine that it makes me feel a bit nauseous. I feel weird about it. It just doesn't feel right. So that's where I do think having more regular meals within my routine might help. But the other side of that is that like on this day, I'm having a salad and it was gorgeous. It was a lovely salad. I do not have the energy to do all this every single night, you know, like I just do not. And I know lots of people pre-make salads and I've tried to do that and they're never nice, they're never good. I cannot do pre-made food. I really wish that I could. It would really help me out if I could just meal prep or buy like ready meals. I can't stomach them, I can't eat them, they really gross me out, it weirds me out, I can't deal with it. Every now and again, like last night I had tomato soup, and obviously a tin of tomato soups for 2 people, so I only had half, and I'm intending, every part of me is intending to have the other half tonight, and we'll see about that. But that's the best that I can do. Like, it wouldn't happen tomorrow, you know? So like meal prepping and that kind of thing is very much out of the scope of things for me. But I do like eating like this. It's just so much fucking energy. And I'll have like I had this week that you'll see on where I ate reasonably well. I had a lot of sweets and chocolate, but it was the week before my period, so honestly I'm letting that slide. I live with it, balance, blah blah. But like this week I've been ordering a lot of takeout. I've been ordering takeout at like 11:30 at night because I've realised I'm not going to be eating that day if I don't order it. And like I do feel like I sometimes use up all of my energy in like 1 week or over a couple of days when it comes to food, and then I have like 2 weeks where I don't know what to eat, I don't know what I want, nothing sounds good. I'm just eventually, when I'm hungry enough, ordering some shite to shove in so that I have eaten. But yeah, that salad was delicious. And the thing with salads for me is that they take a lot of chopping, and I need to be able to just scoop it up with a fork and eat it, you know? I cannot deal with these salads where it's like big leaves and big chunks of tomato and you're eating like one vegetable per bite. I need it to either be mixed or not touching. It's one or the other. And I'm also working really hard on being like, I'm full now. I don't have to sit here and force the rest of it down. I'm no longer 9 years old sat at my family dining table being told I'm not allowed to leave until I've finished my dinner, you know? And it's weird. It's really fucking weird because I feel so awful about it. And part of me like tries to put it onto like the aspect of food waste, but I don't think it's anything to do with food waste. I think it is the case of like, I feel like I'm gonna get told off. I feel like I need to be like secretive about it and not let anyone know that I've left some on my meal because I'm gonna be told off and get in trouble. And what you're seeing here is my main obsession currently, but it's difficult because I need the bread to be like perfectly fresh, but I am just one person, so after like 3 days it's stale and then it's not the thing anymore, and then a few days later I'll buy it all in again. So this is the sandwich that Keely Hawes showed on the fucking Waitrose podcast, I think it was, Dish. It's a sandwich that Keely Hawes eats, and I was like, oh, it'll be so funny and cute to like eat the sandwich that my favourite actress eats. And now it's all my fucking autism wants to eat, and it's weird. So you get your 2 pieces of bread. I've been having 2 sandwiches at a time because I'm hungry and it's the only meal I eat. Butter all the bread, mayo on one side, cream cheese and Branston pickle on the other. Keely uses iceberg lettuce. I've just been going for whatever green leaf happens to be in my fridge at the time. And like a roast chicken type of thing. And I've obviously been using vegan chicken. But I've been having this like 4+ times a week. Most days this is the only thing that I can like function enough to make and eat. It's the only, like, when I'm thinking of food that sounds good, that sandwich is the only thing that sounds good. I don't want anything else. Nothing else is right, nothing else is decent. That's all I want. The next day I had it with a cucumber, and that's one of the times I did actually manage to use the whole loaf of bread. And then I thought I'd be able to save money by using these chicken slices instead, because they would do 2 nights instead of just one like the packet of chicken does. It was fucking rank. I couldn't eat it. It was disgusting. I had 1 half of each sandwich and then just moved on to my little dessert things. The goo-free from pot things are really nice, and I like using the glass for paints afterwards. Sandwich slices are not good. I didn't particularly like them when I wasn't vegan, and I don't like them now that I am. They're not nice. And I'm absolutely going to be going back to having my roast chicken. And I did feel very bad about getting rid of that much food. On the Saturday, though, I treated myself. I had this while I watched Doctor Who. And it's the Cafe Nero, like, vegetable sausage roll. And it looks and smells a bit shit, but it was lovely. I ordered a croissant, and they sent me a chocolate cheesecake thing. And it's one of those things where I'm annoyed on Autistic level because I wanted my croissant, but I did really appreciate that they like made sure I knew it was vegan and they sent me an alternative. You know, like, I wouldn't complain, but I also wasn't happy. For dinner on Saturday, I wanted dessert. As I said, this was the week before my period. I think it started like the next day or the day after. I don't know why it's so awkward and weird to talk about periods so often. Like, I'm sorry, it happens to me every month and I hate it. I'm gonna talk about it. So I wanted dessert for dinner, and it was also Eurovision. And I was like, how do I get to have dessert for dinner without feeling weird food guilt and telling myself I'm eating too much sugar and thinking all sorts of horrible, weird, negative thoughts about myself and my food habits and my body and just like spiraling. So I started out with like, I feel like all of the health YouTubery girlies used to make the banana pancakes. And don't worry, I'm not going down their route, not entirely anyway. But I did feel better knowing that there was like an extra vegetable, nice one, Dana, fruit in there. And then I chopped up loads of fucking nuts. And I'm loving nuts. I've been loving nuts for the last little while. You've seen me having quite a lot of nuts in videos because it's just, they're yummy and I enjoy them and it feels like a treat. But I don't have to deal with any sort of spiraling food guilt or like weirdness or like feeling bad about myself because it's nuts, they're natural, they're healthy, they're fine. So I did a pretty standard like banana pancake base with a shit ton of nuts and seeds. I wish I'd done a little bit less of the actual pancake base, to be fair. And then I also have this like berry mix of like cranberries and golden raisins and goji berries, I think it is. I just mixed everything in with some also toasted coconut. I'm loving coconut is so fucking good. And then I bought these strawberries because they were on sale and I was really scared I wasn't going to actually use them because like I've done that before. So this was the perfect thing to use them with because they're another fruit that feels like a treat, aren't they? Like a lot of fruits feel like treats for me. I probably should try and get them more often, but they so often then just sit in my fridge and go off. Like that's the thing with like buying in fruits and vegetables and getting the ingredients in, is the moment that food obsession is gone, I'm just wasting the ingredients and they're just going rotten in my fridge and it's a whole spirally thing for me. I for the longest time was like, it's okay that my pancakes look the way my pancakes look because no one's pancakes look perfect. And then when I was in America, one of the people that we stayed with made pancakes for us. They were, like, not only did they taste fucking incredible, like, they were the perfect American pancake. They were everything you dream of an American pancake. They did blueberry ones and chocolate chip ones. They were fucking, oh, they were so good. But they looked the way you imagine a pancake to look, and mine never do. I did also have to show you me flipping it, and I almost fucked it up. This pan's really heavy, and I don't have that much strength in my hands and wrists at the end of the day. I also just wanted to use some stuff up, so I spread cream cheese on it. Like, I'm constantly trying to just use shit up. Like, I had 2 schnitzels on the Monday purely because they needed to be used up. I just wanted a few cute little bursts of cream, and then all of a sudden it just like spurted out, and I was like, I need it to look nice, so I added loads more cream. I didn't want it. Like, I so often add things to food that I don't even particularly want to add it in a certain way, just because I need it to like look right. I really bought into like all of that like you eat with your eyes stuff, like subconsciously. I think I didn't mean to, but it definitely sits with me. I added loads more coconut and honestly this was fucking delicious. I've also gotten really good at cleaning up as I go. Like, honestly, that's the thing. In some ways I have really improved with like my eating and like generally being alive as a person. I'm doing better with. And then in other ways I'm like, God, I'm really failing at this isn't easy, I don't like this. I got to sit down with it just in time to watch the UK perform at Eurovision. I don't want to be mean to them because they seem like really nice girls, but I do think it's a shit song, honestly. Like, I don't think it's a fun song at all. I didn't like it. I didn't like the UK's entry. And I think that Tommy Cash sort of won, to be honest with you. But this was another one that I left a little bit of. Oh, I left quite a lot of food. We're not going there. We're not thinking bad about it. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee and I don't want to have to pause this. So you're just going to hear me have I mean, hopefully you won't hear me have a sip because it's a bit gross, but I'm going to be quiet for like one moment. So on the Sunday, I realistically wanted a roast dinner. And I knew that I didn't have the energy to make a fucking roast dinner. Like, the thing is, like, when I'm having a roast dinner, I'm having a roast dinner and it's taken me like 5 hours. I'm aware that I haven't actually talked about the cooking process in this, but you've seen what I'm doing for bits of it. Like, I don't know. If you're someone that struggles with it, let me know like what I could do and what you think might help. If you don't, then like, you know, if no one wants anything from me, then I won't keep doing it. No, I like I said, I do think these are helpful for me. So because I couldn't be asked doing an actual roast dinner, I was like, I'll just roast some shit. So I did potatoes. They're already in the oven at the point that they'd been in the oven for like 20 minutes when I started chopping me veg, washed me mushrooms and cut everything down into like bite-sized pieces. And that's one of the big things for me, is if I'm gonna like mix my foods and have my food touching, it absolutely needs to all be bite-sized. That's the thing as well, is that when it comes to the food that I eat, I have so many like random little rules and the way that things need to be, and I don't even think about them because it just feels like the way that food should be. I'd also let this broccoli get a bit like manky, so I just cut off the bits that I thought looked alright and then dealt with it. That's the thing as well, is so often like a bit of my veg will have gone bad because of the way it's been like sat in the fridge or whatever. I really struggle with eating the rest of it still. Broccoli like feels contained to each little separate bit, so that doesn't bother me quite as much, but a lot of stuff really sends me. And I also like, every now and again I buy mushrooms and I will eat some of them, but mostly like mushrooms freak me out, man. Like, they don't feel like something we're meant to eat, you know? Like, I'm aware that they are, I get that they are, they just, like, I'm not scared of seeing mushrooms out when I'm in like nature. I think they're really cool there. They don't feel like something that belong in a meal for me, but I do like the flavour. I don't mind the texture because I've learned how to cook them to like be a texture that I like, but they still just, I don't like looking at them. I like looking at red cabbage though. See, red cabbage is one of the things as well that I don't often think to buy, and often half of it goes off in my fridge. But when I do actually eat it, I really enjoy. I should learn how to pickle it. We had a lot of like pickled red cabbage when I lived in Denmark, and that was lovely. I feel like some of my thing as well is that a lot of the stuff that I grew up eating was because my dad wanted it and he showed my mum how to cook it, and she cooked it badly. And then I don't know how, like, what I ate or how to make it. And I would like to eat more of the things that I like, ate as a kid, but nice versions of it. I really need to find some fucking meals, I think, is the thing here. Like, I've completely gone off wraps. I don't want anything in a wrap. I don't want any sort of taco. I can't cook rice. I don't like having to use pans. I do prefer just like slamming stuff in the oven. Like, it's what I was gonna say, I'm lazy, but I'm not. Like, it takes so much energy, you know. Like, I already have my fucking stool in the kitchen because like standing up to cook vegetables, and especially like being the height that I am, I have to bend just slightly. Like, it really genuinely hurts my back. Like, I have a lot of aches and pains, and I don't have it in me to be in the kitchen watching over pans and doing stuff for like an hour, you know? Like, not to be disabled and all, but that's how it is for me. Big thing for me to approach there. Like, I didn't enjoy talking about that. My body just really hurts and aches a lot, so I do what I can. But what I can isn't really what I need a lot of the time. So I really should find more like oven meals that aren't too difficult and don't require too much chopping. But I could not deal with doing and eating this every day. I don't want to eat a plate full of fucking roasted vegetables every day. Like, that is so dull and boring to have every day of my life, you know? But we've figured that out. It took us 17 minutes, but we've figured out that I need to find some more meals to eat. Suggestions in the comments, please. Don't worry about suggesting non-vegan things, because I will just make my own replacements and like deal with it. So just suggest things you enjoy eating, and if I like the sound of it, I'll figure out my own version. But we are now reaching the end of the video. This is the last thing I ate on Sunday. Was like, honestly, probably like near on half a pack of biscuits. I love me biscuits. I don't have them very often because I eat half a pack at a time, but a biscuit dipped in tea, you just can't beat it. So that's the video. Like and subscribe if you fancy it. You don't have to, do what you want. I post on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays, and shall be continuing to. You can also find me on various other social media apps and also over on Ko-fi and Patreon. So wherever you are, wherever you are, I hope you're having a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon with you, and I'll see you again in a couple of days.